What is up, everybody? Oh my God. Happy Thought Daughter Thursday, first of all. Oh my God, I feel like it's been so long. I missed y'all. My goodness, did you miss me? For those of you that don't know and are just tuning in, I took a week off because I moved into a new place. Look at this beautiful blank wall. So much potential. It does kind of mean this will be kind of a plain video, but that's fine. I was going to actually film outside again because I know you guys love the nature views, but it's raining right now. But we are here into the new space. I have fully moved in. I am just now figuring out where I want things to go and starting to get an idea of decoration. Hopefully the next time you see me sitting in front of a wall, I will actually have something really cute that I have planned that I'm really excited about for the podcast specifically. But until then, I'm going to keep it a surprise. If you are new here, welcome to the Club of for Learning and for Healing. I am your host, The Real Mel B, and this is the Thought Daughter Podcast. I feel like when people don't like something about themselves, for some reason, a lot of people tend to just immediately go into hating that and doing nothing about it. And by people, your girl definitely means me. I used to completely hate myself, but then I learned about the wonderful art of reinventing yourself. And I think what people misunderstand when I say reinvent yourself, I don't mean change every little thing about you, but if you don't like something about you, you don't like how you act, or you're just not really feeling how you dress anymore, or maybe you have a certain look, beauty or health wise for your body or your face, dude, literally change it. Reinvent yourself. This is going to be the next art form of loving yourself that you are going to need to understand and know that it is totally an option. You can rebrand, reinvent yourself every single day if you wanted to. You can reinvent yourself a million times until you become the version of yourself that you love the most, the version of yourself that you feel is your best self that you're stepping into. There's no limit on that. I couldn't tell you how many times I have just reinvented myself. It feels like just trying to figure out who I am. And the beautiful thing is that you can rebrand yourself into anything that you want. You don't feel that you act that confident. Boom. That's your first step. You're going to start looking up ways to feel more confident. You're going to dress in clothes that make you feel more confident. I also know that people tend to have this fear of, if I reinvent myself, what if people don't like me anymore? What if they don't like the person I've become? Babe, if people don't like who you've become after you've changed, and that version that you changed into was the best version of yourself, I hate to break it to you, but they never fucking liked you. And that's just the real, honest truth. And I say that with so much love. Anybody that really loves and cares for you will want you to become the best version of yourself, and they will continue to love every version of who you are. And also ask yourself, why are you scared to become the best you? Add to that, why are you scared to become the best you at the perception of other people? There is so much of a life to live. We've already covered that. You do not need to be caring about what other people think about you. Becoming your best self also isn't just about wearing nicer clothes, doing nicer hair, doing cooler makeup, but it is also about who you become on the inside. Becoming your best self, reinventing yourself to step into that person is going to allow you to be in more of an energetic alignment with yourself. That alignment is not only going to allow you to trust yourself, but it's going to have you feeling confident. It's going to have you feeling motivated. Something that I know that I've said before is that I feel like the reason I have so much of the mindset that I do on so many things is because I completely trust myself. I've worked through the things of trying to forgive myself. And guess what? It's still sometimes an everyday thing. But as long as you are willing to make the conscious effort to step into the best version of you, there is nothing that can really stand in your way. We are human beings. We are supposed to change. We're never supposed to stay the exact same. Change as many times as you want to. If dyeing your hair helps, dye your hair the whole freaking rainbow if you need to before you find the best color. Try every single style, aesthetic, piece of clothing that you want until you find what makes you feel like the best you. If you think about it, it's really only changing from what you're comfortable in. You're not even really changing. You're straight up just stepping into yourself. I remember having a conversation with a friend about a year ago, and they said that they didn't believe that changing yourself was really a thing when it comes to becoming the best you, but they believe that every little change that you did was actually just you stepping into who you are, you becoming one with who you are in your soul. not really changing. And I think it's a really interesting concept. It's just like a little saying theory that they had, but kind of in a way, a little bit it does make sense. You're not becoming a whole different person. You're becoming the real you. You're stepping into who you are. You're allowing both of those energies to come into alignment and then live a life through that. The rebrand does not have to be this grandiose thing either. It doesn't have to be huge and big at once, but you could definitely start by little things. You can have small rebrands that lead up to a bigger goal. I feel like in my experience, I have never really been afraid to have a rebrand. I say that more recently. When I was first going through a lot of healing and a lot of change, I guess feared change in a way because it was new, but at the same time, I kind of did it because I didn't really know who I was. I just kind of, I don't know, I had an idea. I had more of a feeling, like I could feel who I wanted to be, but not necessarily that I could see what she looked like. But even with me not knowing who I was really, I was absolutely determined to find out. I've tried so many different hairstyles, clothing styles. I came back to old hobbies. I went and I tried new hobbies. I did everything. I was so determined to reinvent myself as many times as I needed to become the woman that I could see in my mind. And slowly over time, with just a little bit of trial and error, I actually end up slowly getting a vision. And then I was able to do a journal entry that I did where I literally wrote out who it was that I wanted to become. Huge manifesting right there. I'm a big write it out and make a mood board of it. I'm a huge world building manifest believer for sure. If you guys think it'll help you, I definitely suggest that you try it out as well. I highly recommend it because it helped me immensely. I took a random page in a notebook and I wrote out in extreme detail the woman that I wanted to become or that I felt like I was on the inside. What her daily schedule looked like, what she ate, what she liked to do, what she didn't like to do, what she put up with, etc. And I kid you guys not, I went on Pinterest and I made an entire mood board that was literally dedicated to putting into actual pictures the woman that I wanted to become. I'm a visual learner, so this also might correlate a little bit as to why I love to see it written out. But it is literally proven that when you say things out loud, when you write them down, or when you can physically read it right in front of you, or you can actually see what it looks like, it helps your brain digest and accept it more as something in your subconscious. And then after I created this mood board, this world kind of thing, I literally started to just live it. I took it one step at a time on what I could do in that moment. And slowly over time, things honestly started to follow, which is crazy because I'm literally giving you guys the map out as to how I've built my career so far and why it's going, the trajectory that it's going. This is literally how I did it when it came to changing my mindset. It started with little things, going to the gym every day, changing how I did my makeup style, starting to buy clothes that I felt fit what I wanted to look like a little bit more, not being afraid to fully express myself and not really caring what anyone else has to say. And you know what's crazy about the mood board and writing that page in my journal is I have done this definitely at least 4 different times. And I know that sounds really funny, but that is the beauty in reinventing yourself. I got an idea, and then over time, as I grew, as I healed, as I learned more, I realized, oh, there's little certain things that I want to change. There's little certain things now that I feel like are more me. There's little certain things now that I feel like aren't me anymore. And I would rewrite that paragraph. I would add new pictures and delete old pictures out of that mood board. And I just kept reinventing until I got closer and closer to the woman I wanted to become. So I'm telling you right now, do not fear the rebrand. Sometimes the rebrand is necessary. You really cannot always stick to your guns and not want to change. That's what keeps people held back in life. Change is one of the most beautiful things because it is the complete and open opportunity to become anything that you want to be. We fear it, but I don't know if people are really looking at the fact that change opens so many doors, opens the chance to not only become anything, but become the best version of yourself. Y'all know I'm a big nature girly, and if nothing else in nature stays the same as it grows, why should you? Why do you expect you to stay the same as you heal and grow? It's okay to change, fully embrace it. And I believe in all of y'all that you will change into the best versions of yourself. And I know for a fact you are going to love who you become. That's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to check out the link in the description box below. That is going to have the link to the Spotify as well as all of my other socials, but the Spotify you can also watch the Thought Daughter podcast on. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear it. Also, don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you get notified the next time I upload a YouTube video. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.